Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the Lost Media Archives. It's good to see you all here again. Today we're talking about the Red Army Creepypasta, also known as the Red Army or the Soviet Army Killed God, but I'm going to call it Red Army Creepypasta. So, let's begin. The Creepypasta was originally posted on September 27th, 2008 as a reply to a much longer thread about how to become a monster hunter on the anonymous image board site known as 4chan. After his original September 27th, 2008 posting, it was posted various other times across the X forums, as it was particularly done on the X paranormal forums. This initial original posting had no image tied to it, as it was simply just a comment. And it is most likely that it was posted various times on X. One of these times it was reposted. It was seen by a man known as Kane Paphos Crow. Seeing this story inspired him to create the fictional organization known as the Global Code Coalition. The Global Code Coalition is a fictional organization which is part of the greater Secure, Contain, Protect, or SCP Foundation universe. So, now, eventually, after being posted many various times across X, people began to start posting it, and the threads that it was posted on were lost, and the creepypasta was lost. The first time somebody tried to find a story, first time somebody ever brought up the story after the fact that it had disappeared was on January 14th, was on 2014 on an X thread where somebody made a thread saying that a friend had told him about a creepypasta where his Red Army killed God, and that was all he said. The man had not read the creepypasta, but his friend had told him about it. This was posted on Saturday, January 14th, 2014, on the X forums of 4chan. Next time somebody posted about it, post it disappearing, was by a Reddit user known as Soviet Troll Guy. The O in troll was instead a zero instead of the zero letter. Now he made a post onto the tip of my tongue uh, forum of the social media site known as Reddit on February 15th, 2014. He claimed that he had not actually read the story, but he had heard about the story and was looking for any sort of information about the story. Now, the next time somebody ever made a post that we know of about this was later on in 2014. Now, exactly what was said in this post is unknown, and the original user has long deleted their account, but it was also done on the tip of my tongue forums of the greater of the greater Reddit of the greater Reddit forums. Now, after this, the next post would be 2022. As on Friday, August 28th, 2022, Reddit, a Reddit user would make a post onto the r/tip my tongue subreddit of Reddit talking about the story. Now, they claimed that they had read the story somewhere on the Creepypasta wiki or the Creepypasta website, and that it came with an image alongside it. They claimed that this image was out in the woods and showed two Soviet soldiers holding up a piece of skin by using two sticks. That one was smiling and one looked disturbed and frowned. Now, this image was not included with the original posting, but this image that they are speaking of was eventually found as using their recreation that they had made, they were able to track it down. The image was a real image and was taken during the Winter War, which was when the Soviet Union attempted to invade a country of Finland, which was part of the greater Second World War taking place at the time, with the Soviet Union fighting on the side of the Axis powers. And the Axis powers. The the hide shown was the skin of a Russian soldier who had been cannibalized as the Russians had begun to run out of food and were unsuccessful in invading Finland. The Soviet Union fought on the side of the Axis, which included Japan, themselves, and Nazi Germany. Now, eventually, there was a post made onto the Lost Media subreddit talking about it. A little bit later on, in August of, also in August of 2022, the same month as this post, the same year, another post was made on the Lost Media subreddit talking about the post, all the information that had been gathered. Now, eventually, On December 20, eventually on December 20th, 2022, a Reddit user who went by the username of AxeAmil was able to find the original story as they had discovered an archived 4chan thread. They discovered an archived 4chan thread which contained a story which is often believed to be the real Soviet Red Army story. Now, as I mentioned, it was seen by Kane Pathos Crow, which inspired him to create the GOC. Now, YouTuber Kylie Boggy, he sent the story to the GOC and attempted to get in contact with Kane Pathos Crow and had sent the story to them using their email address and had asked them if they could get in contact with Kane Pathos Crow and asked him if the story that she had attached was the story that had inspired him to create the GOC. Now, eventually, she got a reply from the GOC, and they said that after showing him the story, he confirmed that this was a story that he had seen, and so it is generally believed that this is the story. But some people don't believe that it is, and think that this is just a summarized version, or that it's a longer version. Now, exactly where the Reddit poster in 2022 saw the skin image is unknown, but we do know that this is indeed at least a story that Kane Pathos Crow saw, as like I said, Kylie Boggy sent the story to the GOC asking to get in contact with him and asked him if this was her story, and he said yes. Anyways, on another topic, I finally went through all of these tapes. I listened to all of them, and I'm going to be putting them online. I decided to put them on this channel. It's easier for me to put them on this channel than make it a whole different channel, put them on there. So you're going to be seeing these on here soon, okay? My dad's tapes. They're pretty interesting. I think they're from the late 1980s or mid late 1980s or so. Anyways, all right. Well, bye. Have a nice time.